Hello and welcome to the channel. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has narrated how his cabinet members had feared they would all be thrown into jail after he conceded to now former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015. Recall that during that time, Buhari had assumed a sizable lead as election results were counted. In the midst of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) collecting results, Jonathan called Buhari to concede defeat. That singular act ensured a smooth transition and earned Jonathan worldwide recognition. The rest, they say, is history. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. My cabinet members feared being jailed by Buhari. Jonathan. Former President Goodluck Jonathan said members of his cabinet feared being jailed when the immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari, won election in 2015. Jonathan, while speaking in an interview aired by Arise TV on Monday, said some of his cabinet members even felt he would run away, but he stayed in the country. He said, "In my own time, especially in the 2015 elections, my ministers, my senior officers, people who worked with me, there was this fear that having lost the election, what will be our fate? Will the new government just throw all of us into jail without giving a fair hearing? Because government is next to the courts and can decide to do anything." The former president said the tense atmosphere his team faced during the transition period in 2015 was not faced by the outgone government of Buhari. Speaking further on why he conceded defeat to Buhari, Jonathan said, "By this time, I already conceded defeat, and I knew why I conceded defeat, because I was more interested in the country than myself." Jonathan said it was important for politicians to be more interested in the country than themselves, saying without the country, there would be no president. According to him, despite the transition of the electoral process from manual to electronic, there were still problems. He warned that the Independent National Electoral Commission must sit up, or else the commission would throw Nigeria into conflagration someday. When asked how Nigeria could come out of electoral controversy through reforms, he said, "The problem we have is INEC and security." And I used to give an example. If two soccer teams are playing and the referee decides to look the other way, they will injure themselves, and you must not allow it. The electoral management body shares more than 60% of the blame. If they do their work well, the politicians will have no choice but to follow the rules. The security, and the courts. Jonathan also disclosed the biggest challenge he experienced while he was in office between 2010 and 2015. According to the former Nigerian leader, insecurity gave him sleepless nights and serious headaches while in office. He revealed that sometimes while in church he would receive information on how people were being murdered and kidnapped and would start having headaches. He said, "When I was the president of Nigeria, the insecurity of the nation did give me sleepless nights. Sometimes, even while I'm in the church, my ADC will bring a phone to show me how people are being murdered or kidnapped, and that gave me serious headache. As I came into the Jalingo airport, I saw the director of DSS, and I quickly asked him how is Taraba state security-wise, and he told me Taraba is relatively peaceful." Thanking the people of the state for choosing to live in peace, he stated, "I believe insecurity is the handiwork of the citizens, and the people of Taraba have chosen to live peacefully, and you are enjoying it. It is not the business of the federal or state governments alone." Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, former President Muhammadu Buhari, before leaving office, paid tribute to his predecessor, Goodluck Jonathan, by dedicating a federal government building in his name. The former Nigerian president inaugurated a series of projects developed by his administration via a virtual ceremony. These projects include 3 bridges, 3 secretariats, and 1 road. The newly built secretariats located in Anambra, Bayelsa, and Zamfara states aim to decrease spending on office space rentals. Buhari believed that these structures will reduce the cost of governance by bringing federal civil servants under one roof for efficient service delivery. The new government buildings include the Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan Federal Secretariat in Yenagoa, the Ebele Okeke Federal Secretariat in Hawker, and the Malam Yahaya Gusau Federal Secretariat in Gusau. The former President Buhari had stated that his administration's focus on infrastructure development was a strategic choice aimed at creating wealth and making poverty alleviation easier. Also, the second Niger Bridge has been named in honor of the former President Buhari by governors in Southeast. The Special Assistant on Digital Communication to Buhari, Bashir Ahmad, announced that the 1.6-kilometer bridge will bear the president's name. The name is now being officiated. Thank God for our brand new Muhammadu Buhari bridge. Thank you, President Muhammadu Buhari, Ahmad wrote on Twitter. Meanwhile, former President Goodluck Jonathan has urged African leaders to think of what they will be remembered for after leaving office. Jonathan insisted that if the leaders have these thoughts at the back of their minds, they will be more careful and considerate when making decisions. The erstwhile Nigerian leader stated this while speaking at the maiden edition of the African Heritage Concert and Awards in Kigali, Rwanda. According to him, African leaders must prioritize serving their people and not making life difficult for citizens. Jonathan, who backed the African Democracy and Peace Icon Award at the event, called on African leaders to avoid turning themselves into bosses of the people. The former president added that such leaders should be concerned about the legacies they are going to leave behind. He said, "When you are called the executive president, our duty is to run our country properly, not to dehumanize human beings and make their lives difficult. What you should think is when you leave office, what will the world remember you for?" he said. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.